Hi, this is Brian, and Brian's got a problem. Brian works for a large sporting good retailer, and they were trying to decide how they wanted to grow in 2015. So they did what they thought was logical, and they asked their customers. They wanted to know more of what they were going to do in 2015 because that would be a great opportunity for them to sell additional apparel. So they spent some time, they crafted a survey, and they sent the survey out. But as much as the survey was great in helping them answer questions, it also caused a lot of questions as well. To get better answers, so let me talk really quickly about what Brian was able to do really quickly to understand some of that survey data and set themselves up for a great 2015. Like many people, Brian knew that working with survey data can sometimes be kind of tricky given the way the data is given to them. So what he was able to do is use Informatica's Rev, a brand new product designed to work really well with data in Tableau, to set up the data even more powerfully. So after he imported his information, he could scan it very quickly, and you can see we had some demographic information here on the left about when they started the survey. We have all of their answers to their question in the Likert scales, and then we have a little bit of zip code information over here on the right. The challenge was he didn't want to be dragging and dropping each one of these columns as an independent variable. He just wants to know a question and answer that he can use to filter and sort as he might otherwise. So to do this, he really wanted to just quickly unpivot this information. So within Rev, all he had to do was to select Unpivot, and scrolling to the right, he can quickly see the columns that have been automatically unpivoted for him. And even nicer, the zip code columns, because we recognize those as locations, weren't included as part of this information. We'll notice here a little bit at the top we have this respondent ID. Well, that doesn't seem like something, an answer to a question. So let's just go through and undo that. And now the data has been unpivoted, so now we can consume this information much more readily within Tableau. After hitting unpivot, you can also go through here and see, well, wait a second, before I put all this data into Tableau, I can also do some quick cleanups. You'll notice here I've got 6 blank columns. Well, that's not particularly useful, so let's just delete all of those columns in one click. Great, we've got a much cleaner set now. And then let's just scan through this to make sure that all the demographic information looks good. And now let's click on the zip code column. As you can see, this column is not just recognized as a number, but is actually identified automatically as a zip code. And what's more is we can actually validate the zip code before we load into Tableau so that we can keep our numbers very consistent if we're going to show geographic information as well as non-geographic information. We want to make sure that we eliminate anything that we can't map out. So let's just look at the individuals who gave us valid zip codes and filter out the other individuals. So simply from there, I can export this as a Tableau data extract, download the file, and open it up within Tableau. And what's great about this is that I can quickly set up some very quick analyses on some of those questions that I had done. So let's just bring that in and let's see what we can see here. So these are all the questions we asked, but since we really just wanted to see first what people expect to do more in 2015, let's look at just those questions. So now let's just look at how many different individuals actually answered with each different value. Change this to a quick count. And then we'll just color the lines based on the response rate. And just make maybe this stand out a little bit more, we can change the color. I can continue to analyze this results, but I've made it a lot easier by using Rev, by getting it into a form that I needed to, which allows me to get to my answers in Tableau even faster. I hope this helped you today. Make sure that you can get it going a little bit faster in Tableau. I hope you have a great day.